Thank you. Stuck it in the oven, but I stood right there by it so that it wouldn't get too hot. Good morning, Carrie. Glad you're with us. Oh, I see her. Okay, I was looking for that. Stuff. You know, when you move stuff around and it's like, where was that thing I was looking for? Well, I just saw it over there. So good. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. We're going to do something a little bit different. And I think this is going to be really fun and it's going to be a great blessing to you as we get into this. I've got something just a little short planned, and then we're going to go into a meditation. All right, Kathy. Yes, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. I want to show you what I did this week. Me and Amazon did this. It's like kind of cool. Hey, Brenda. So for not a lot of money, this is the Mountain Man candle, but it's not the Mountain Man candle anymore because this is my stuff. For not very much, you can get a candle making kit on Amazon. So I did this week, and I've been playing with different. So like this is beeswax, and it is holding up pretty good. So yeah, so this is a candle that I made this week, and it's just been fun. I don't know, one of those little pleasures, you know. I mean, it's like $30-something, $35, and you get the kit. It kind of has everything you need to get started, and then you can go from there. But yeah, I kind of candle making is not an expensive thing, and then if you get the pot, and I already had the heating pad for what I do for my health, that stuff that I make for my health, that I was just able to use that. So I got the beaker thing, and it's simple, just really easy and fun. So put your own scents in there. And so, yay, Kathy, I'm glad you got us started. That's awesome. Perfect. So glad everybody's here. This is great. This is really fun. Kristen, hello. We're bookending the day, aren't we? Kristen and I were on the phone before or while the sun was coming up this morning. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Thanks, Melissa. If everybody wants to screenshot that, I'll leave it up for a second. It's in the Facebook comments. Those of you on YouTube can't see that. So if you want to grab a screenshot of that, swancreekcandle.com. Perfect. I did notice that the wax available on Amazon might be a little suspicious. So I'm really glad to get that. In fact, is my phone in? No, it's not in the nearby. Here, let me grab a screenshot of that just on my computer. That's perfect. I want to have to find that comment later. So boom, there we go. Thank you. All right. Awesome. Thanks, Melissa. That's great. Hey, everybody. Is that Brittany? Is that the new Brittany handle and picture? I think it is. Okay. So you want a good card to get this started? You want a really great card? Anybody know what the 10 of Pentacles means in the tarot or in the Light Seers deck, the Chroma Key deck? Let's see if I can get it over here, and there we go. Oh, right there. All right. Yeah. From the Light Seers deck, just an amazing deck. The 10 of Pentacles. Boom. This card starts off with, oh, baby, this is the big one. And it is. This is the card of the deck that you could draw that is like, wow, I'd like to set it. I got a teleprompter up here, but I'd like to just set it right there. Can't do it. Okay. So the 10 of Pentacles, here's the upside. Here's the positive side of the card. Spiritual and material abundance. Arnaldo, this is for you, buddy. Community, Generosity, wealth, and prosperity for all of us, building a legacy. That's what I'm thinking about these days. The shadow side, chasing luxury and status or financial loss, negative energy around wealth. Let's don't go there. Let's choose the upside, right? So, yeah, oh, baby, this is the big one. All the love, abundance, and joy that you can muster in your heart is coming your way, and it's coming fast. It's time to prepare for its inevitable arrival and commit to your long term success. Amen and amen. This energy is so big, in fact, that you should be prepared to spread some of it around generously. That's what we're going to do tonight. Bring an abundance of positive energy into your life and watch everything shift. And that's why we're here tonight. That's exactly what we're going to do. Expect the arrival of success, happiness, and upbeat and loving community as avenues widen, the right connections click into place. I'm just about to finish levels of energy. And Fred had a comment in there about when you're on the high vibe, the things that you want chase after you. That's what we're going for here. Remember that perceptions change. You are one small move away from seeing the bigger picture and from unearthing a legacy of pentacles that are already yours. You deserve this success and love. Taste the pleasures of life and embody a state of consciousness that says, yes, I am worthy of all of this success. Isn't that the hard one? I've really been doing a lot of work on that the last couple of weeks. That right there, being worthy, being in the flow of accepting. Ah, it's amazing. And our little mantra statement, I am successful and I share my wealth with those I love. Boom. Isn't that great? Isn't that just perfect? Love it. Ah, wow. That was amazing. Uh, yeah, you guys like that one, do you? Hey, Liz, how are you? I know. I will receive that gratefully and openly and wonderfully. Ah, who's back? I can't get over there fast enough, I don't think. Oh, yeah. Oh, you's all right. Great. Good to see you. It has been a minute. Great. Glad you're back. That's awesome. Fantastic. Um, this is great. Yeah. Amen and amen. And so it is. All right. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's do this one. Since that card came up, let's just do some rain pouring. How about that? You want to for a second? And that was such a good one too, wasn't it? Yes. Ah, one more. No, one more. I've been sitting with this a lot. This very thing here the last couple of weeks. It's been something that's been strong on my mind is bringing things in. But I'll tell you what, the thing that I know, isn't that great, Brittany? Love it, don't you? Yes, I just love it. Ah, oh wow, raining heavy last night, the other night, so it got kind of crazy. Well, I know the weather's been weird, hasn't it? So, um, I kind of stumbled onto something tonight that is going to really bring us into a high level of energy. So let's just tune in here. I've got my bowl, and let's just do a couple of sounds here to just draw us together. I hope everybody has their bracelet. If you have one of Sarah's bracelets, I've got mine on. And let's tune in together here, because one of the things I know we're kind of scrambling up levels. Like, what are you doing with leveling up? Um, I needed a little bit of a break for myself, as you guys know. And then a couple of weeks ago, things just pivoted. And in this last week that we went through energetically, which if you've been following fun astrology, you know all about it, has been, I mean, it was a doozy of a week. And I know you guys probably felt that. I sure did. If you have, you've been tuned in right along with a lot of other people. And this week we get to kind of rest as the ebb and flow in the sky reflects as above, so below. We get a break this week. So that's, yes, thank you. Right? We needed it, and we'll take it. And this is what we're going to do, is we're going to absorb into this. But I thought, no, I mean, there was just too much. I mean, we're a team, we're a family, and we get together here on Sunday nights, and that's what we do. I am going to take the fourth week of the month off, and then Kristen and Alyssa are going to do the third week. So I really appreciate that. And did they not do an amazing job last week? Big hand. Those of you got the little icons, you can stick one in there. Big hand for Kristen and Alyssa. They were just amazing last Sunday, and I really appreciated that. But we're going to keep it going for 3 of the 4 weeks a month. Okay, that works for me. 2 weeks I'll do, and then they'll do one, and then we'll have one off. Does that sound all right? And one of the reasons that I wanted to do this is exactly what we're going to go into tonight, and just show you a couple of things that I thought were um, absolutely amazing. Stumbled onto this just this afternoon. Mother Teresa. And I know some of you, oh, yes, absolutely. You know exactly what we're talking about. And then some of you, because she died in 1997, might not have that kind of first person connection with who she was and what she did in the world. But that famous quote, and I found this, I think this is probably authentic, that she said, I was once asked why I didn't participate in an anti war demonstration. She said that I would never do that. But as soon as you have a pro peace rally, I'll be there. What an amazing woman this lady was. I got to looking behind the cover. I mean, of course, she was prominent my whole growing up life. Always knew that Mother Teresa was out there. She said, by blood, I'm Albanian. She was born just north of Greece. By citizenship, Indian. By faith, I'm a Catholic nun. As to my calling, I belong to the world. As to my heart, I belong entirely to the heart of Jesus. She was like a virtual rock star everywhere she went. This woman had so much power. And she didn't stand but 4 feet something tall. She always was looking up to anybody that she was addressing, except those kids behind her. They were probably the same height. She was a little tiny framed soul, but oh my goodness, was she ever large. And she'd walk right up to a president of the United States or a president of a corporation or any other world leader and demand from them what she wanted, and got it. She was very high energy. So what was her story? Well, she was born in 1910. She died in 1997. So she was around 87 years old. In 1946, she was a nun in a convent. She was a sister. And while traveling on a train, you know, I think spirit likes trains. I might go get on a train. My great grandfather used to run a railroad. So it's like trains, good things spiritually too. That's where J.K. Rowling got the Harry Potter download, of course, was on a train. So we need to be on trains. But she was traveling across India, and she received what she said was a call within a call. I was to leave the convent and go help the poor while living among them. It was an order. To fail would have been to break the faith. Wow. 10 years after her death, from that command, the Missionaries of Charity, which she co-founded, had a membership or a participation of 5,000 sisters. 5,000 nuns were working in her organization. 450 brothers. That tells you where the focus of spirituality is, doesn't it? It's you ladies. Occasionally a guy will stumble into it, but it's you ladies, you sisters carry the faith on your shoulders. 600 missions, schools, and shelters in 120 countries. And I'm reminded that quote, to fail would have been to break the faith. Wow. And as we focus on that first quote, let me go back to that, because this was just so on my mind right now. Let's do a peace rally. I'd like the focus of this to shift in a way to where we're talking about peace. There is so much in the world right now that we could be anti. So many people are now. They're anti everything, right? They're anti the other side. They're anti probably their own side. I mean, it's like everybody's just fighting right now. And as you know, this week, one of the prominent energies in the sky was the nodes of the moon shifted their signs on Monday. And the sign that the north node of the moon moved into, and we're not going to talk astrology tonight, but it moved into Aries, which is conflict and war. And every United States conflict, except one, and that was in the bridge years between World War I and World War II, but every other major conflict that the United States was in was during this aspect. And then when the drums of war started pounding again, I just thought, let's just stand for peace. And that's what founded this, but it's like we need to take it up a notch. We need to have a pro-peace rally right here, right here on Sunday nights for and on behalf of the world. Because wouldn't you like to do something like Mother Teresa did? And you and I might not have the call that she had, but as we look out at the world today and we think about it and we think about our role in it and we think about the resources that we have, I mean, we can't fight the system and we can't fight Goliath and we can't, some of you may be called into service and some of you have already taken up the uniform. And thank you so much for your service on behalf of all of us from whatever country you served. We appreciate it. That is super noble to even freely you volunteered. Nobody made you do it. And we really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, truly. And some of you may be called to do that in the future. Some of your kids may be called to do that in the future. But what can we do? What can you and I do right here, right now from our home? Is we can send peace. And that is not insignificant. Just like it wasn't insignificant for a little 4-foot framed lady to go live among the poor in one of the poorest areas. She did. The ministry, the Missionaries of Charity mantra was to serve the poorest of the poor. That's not headline stuff. And yet look at who she was in the world. And look at the longevity of her organization. Just incredible. So let's do that. Let's fill or stand in the shadow of those shoes. And let's do our part, because then when we close out the meeting tonight and in subsequent weeks, we can say that we've done something. And we can say that what we've done is huge, because standing energetically moves mountains. And we know that. We've had it happen in our own lives, right? We've seen it happen in the world. We know the stories. We share the stories on our Facebook page. We talk about the stories in the podcast and so many other places where these kinds of stories appear. We can literally do this on behalf of the world. We don't know where it will show up, but we know it will show up. It will be out there in the ethers. So that's what I thought we would do. And let me catch up on your comments because I really would love your thoughts on this too. So if you have any other thoughts or comments around this, certainly drop them in. And Kristen, this is a great point because it's not just a moment, it's who we are, right? It's who we are individually. Like, we're always standing for this. We are. That's how we live our lives. That is our community, is being in the constant. It's like it's not a switch that we turn on. That's who we are. It's being. It is our being. It's our beingness, and that's what really is special, and it's powerful. You know, Amelia, the kind of epitomizes I am loving awareness, doesn't it? What a gift of service her heart was. Wow. I mean, it's like she fulfilled her call. She had the call, she stepped into it, the force and the power was there, and she fulfilled her mission, and she fulfilled her life purpose, no question. And she did. She did it one poor, dirty, smelly contact after another. It's amazing. Oh, wow. Just incredible. Helped out Veterans Day. Oh, that's great. That is great. Awesome. Pro peace. Yes, yes, yes. I love this. Carrie says the repetitive sound of the train tracks puts you in a meditative space that spirit can communicate. That is so true. Clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack. Love it. Yeah, last week was heavy, no question. It was definitely heavy. I felt it, and I typically don't, but boy, I did this week. Well, Brittany, we're going to do a peace rally here. You got it right here on Level Up. So let's go into our meditation now, and let's start with an Om together. I think I'm going to. Yeah, let's put the candle up. Yes, Arnaldo, peace, peace, peace. What we're standing for. Let's just clear with a big exhale and a good Om. We gather together in peace now. Peace and love. A lot of these meditations in the past, we've thought about ourselves and then we've moved to the world. Now we're going to focus the other way around. Just think about Mother Teresa for a minute. Whether you knew her, whether you were alive or some of you were kids when she left us, or young enough to not have been the focus, and certainly not remembering who she was and the many news stories that we grew up with about her activities. But just think of that life and that beautiful face that you saw. Let me just change the slide to her image if you'd like to look at it. Serving the people, the poorest of the poor, not for who they were, not for the merit, not for what she would get from them, not for the notoriety that made her a superstar, an international superstar. She did it because she was called. And that fire never left her heart. In fact, she put so much of her heart into her work that became the source and cause of her death. Her little heart just gave out finally. She left it with those people. Feel the energy of that person. Feel the energy of that soul. You can see it in her face, that wrinkled face with that beautiful smile and those gorgeous eyes. What a role model. She stood for peace. In fact, she started her organization the year after the Second World War ended. She stood for peace. Let's think of all the people in the world, all those faces, all those kids. Think of all the needs. Think beyond ourselves. It's not about our needs at this moment. It's about serving others what the world needs. And our commitment to serve into that too, and to stand for that, and just to gather here on Sunday nights and be a beacon of peace and love for the world. And then to turn around and be that during the week. Mother Teresa didn't turn on her image of Mother Teresa. She was Mother Teresa. Let me just read this comment that Lynn put into Facebook. We need to remind ourselves that the world around us is a reflection of what's dominant inside of us. If we feel peace and love on the inside, we'll experience that. When we focus on the beauty of others and the world, that's what will increase. When we remember there is no separation, when we let go of resistance to anything and anyone and not judge, we transform it all. Just reflect on your commitment to what you just heard. As the world continues to be challenged by all of these things going on, who are you and I going to be? In levels of energy, Fred mentions Switzerland during the Second World War. And they were not bothered by the aggressors because they stood in their own peaceful reality. They basically chose not to participate. And they didn't, even though the countries around them were heavily affected. Let us not forget that. So now, from that being of peace and love, let's send that out from our heart chakras to the world. In fact, if you have memories of Mother Teresa, picture yourself as Mother Teresa. Powerful. Oh, she stood with world leaders, and she'd have to look 3 feet up to them. Boy, she would, and she'd wag her little finger, and she'd say, "You're gonna give me this, and you're gonna give me that for my organization and to help these children." And they'd get out their checkbook. Picture yourself like that. Picture yourself walking down a street of Calcutta or driving in the car like in this picture, and your heart is connected with the people, and the people love you for the stand that you're making because you are peace, you are charity, you are love, you are service. You put your ministry first. You must fulfill the call. And send that radiant energy from your heart out to the world. That's our contribution. That's our stand for peace. And now let's join together. You've seen a lot of names flashing up on the screen. We have had some people who haven't been here for a while. Our precious Brittany back with us tonight. Think of some of the names that you've seen. Maybe some names from the past. Folks who have come and gone. Send love. Send peace. And for those who have special needs, maybe health issues, financial issues, relationship issues, and you're aware of those people in your life or your circles, send them love and peace now. And then just finally think of your own being for the week ahead. I am going to be, and then fill it in for yourself. Who are you going to be in the world this week? Every day of her life since 1946, Mother Teresa woke up in the morning knowing exactly who she was going to be that day. Just take a minute to lock into, I am going to be, fill in the blank this week. And failure is not an option. What's your call? What do you know if you were to say, really, right now, and maybe it changes, but right now, my purpose is X? What would that be for you? And also think about, on a daily basis, not just once a week on Sunday night, on a daily basis, how can you take a moment to energetically support the world with peace? You're reading all the headlines of all the dysfunctionality and all the stuff going on, and everybody's fighting against everybody, and all the bickering and name calling and all the silly stuff that we can't seem to avoid. Who are you going to be? What's going to be your stand? And how much noise are you going to allow in? We can be who we're going to be without the noise. And now let's join our bracelets together. Let's act like we're in a great big circle, and everybody put your arm in the middle of the circle. You know, like the game we used to, what's the game? Put your right hand in, you put your left hand, shake it all about. Let's put our left hand in, or put your right hand in with your bracelet, and let's do the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. And share the energy that binds us together. Thank you, Sarah, for creating this very special thing that we can celebrate together and give each other a great big loving awareness hug. And, you know, picture like if we were together and you put your arms around, or your hands or your arms up on the shoulders of those around us whose names we've called, and just look them right in the eye. If you know what they look like, sometime some of us have met in person, but otherwise you can use their image or just their name. But you put your hands on their shoulders and you say, I support you in living your highest timeline, sending you love. And do that around the group for just a minute. And now may we all stand for peace this week. And so it shall be. I was doing okay with that until I got to Brittany. Love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for coming in here. And thanks for sharing this time and letting me be a little bit fluctuating with what to do here because I've had to take care of myself. I mean, I was supposed to rest this weekend and I didn't. Trying to get this book finished, and so I'll have it done in the next day or two. But this is special time and special ground that we share on Sunday nights, and I'm glad you were here. And so we'll focus on peace and we'll focus on love. Arnaldo, thanks for getting up in the middle of the night again. You are amazing. Been doing it for 2 years. The guys are so incredible. I'm going to take a couple of days of chill. I'm going to do fun astrology tomorrow, and then it won't be until Thursday again. And I am going to take a little bit of time because I need it. So, love you guys. Thank you so much. This has been really touching. I appreciate it. Len, thank you for that comment too. Came at a perfect time. All right, you guys, have a great week. Thank you so much. And I will see you in 2 weeks. I am going to take next weekend off. It's the 5th week of the month in July, so that doesn't happen very often. But we'll take that off. So I'll see you the first Sunday night of August. And we'll see you on the podcasts and on the videos. And I think we've got enough touch points going on here. You hear from me plenty during the week, so that's great. And hope you enjoyed today's fun astrology. If you guys are a subconscious mind mastery, the meditation, if you caught that too, that was kind of fun to do as well. All right, you guys have a great, awesome, wonderful, peace and love filled week, and send it out to the world every day. I love you. We'll see you soon.